Hi everyone, how are you? It's Leah Coss with the Mortgage Center, and I wanted to go over previous grow-ups because it seems like, being that we're from BC, that every house is soon going to be saturated and all of them will be previous grow-ups. Now, with a previous grow-up, sorry, my dog's running around. With a previous grow-up, there are some special concerns that you need to take when you're getting your funding. Now, first off, how do you find out if it's a previous grow-up, the house that you're looking at? Well, hopefully you're working with a realtor and they'll look out for your best interests. But the seller has to have some sort of disclosure form that they give you. And on this disclosure form, it specifically asks if it was ever previously a meth lab or a grow operation. If this is not checked or marked in any way, you need to ask, because if they've avoided that question, that doesn't mean that it wasn't, okay? It means they're probably specifically avoiding this question. Now, if it is checked off that it was a previous grow-up, then that means that you're going to now have to make sure that your subject removal is not just 3 days or 5 days. You're going to need at least 2 weeks for subject removal. Sorry, my dog is biting my hand right now. Okay, so you're going to need 2 weeks for subject removal. And that's going to allow us to do the special testing that's going to be required in order for any lender to want to give you any funds, okay? Now, what kind of testing is that that's going to need to be done? Well, there's phase 1 and phase 2 testing, and each lender is going to require or have their own requirements on whether they want just phase 1 or whether they want phase 1 and phase 2. Sorry, let me throw him away. Go play. So phase 1 is basically, they're going to go in, they're going to check moisture in the air, mold in the air, and things of that nature. They just want to make sure that the home is safe, and that's the end-all objective. Now, if the home is safe, then they'll give you the funds and everything's hunky-dory and you get the home of your dreams. Now, if it's a lender who requires automatically phase 2 testing, this is a little more invasive. They're actually going to want to take carpet samples and drywall samples, meaning they're cutting into your wall, and they're going to need to do this to make sure there's no mold content, that electrical is okay, that there's no moisture in the walls that's going to create mold later on. And this doesn't matter if the grow-up, as far as you knew, was only in the shop in the back. They're going to want the home tested as well, just to make sure, because people who had grow-ups aren't exactly known for their honesty. Alright, so that's what's going to be required. If you come to me as a mortgage broker, I know which lenders are not even going to look at your file. I know which lenders are going to require phase 1 testing only, and which ones are going to require phase 2 testing mandatorily. I am going to obviously not bother going to the people who won't even look at your file. I'm also going to not go to first the people who require phase 2 testing, because that can cost you up to $5,000. And yes, this is coming out of your pocket, not the seller's. It is very rare that the seller is going to pay to get this testing done. Alright, now if you get the phase 1 testing, you're looking at least $1,000. And at the end of all of this, if the tests come back and say no, it's contaminated or moldy, you have 2 options. You either get that fixed, which again is going to cost you money, or you don't get the home, even though you've already output the $1,000 to $5,000 for the testing. Okay, so very important that you know what you're getting into. If you fall in love with a previous grow-up, very important that you even know that it's a previous grow-up, and very important that you know that you're going to need at least 2 weeks just to get the testing done, and that at the end of it all, it might all be for naught. Alright, so if you have any questions about previous grow-ups, let me know. Give me a call, 604-313-9996. And you can also go to my video blog and article blog, which is mortgagesinvancouver.com. If you have any questions, hopefully I'll be hearing from you soon. Thanks so much.